I feel like in the past 2 years, I've definitely been heavy on this journey. And when you get this nudge and this pull that there has to be more, like you're waking up every day, you're doing the same things, or you're feeling blockages, or you know that you're living life not to the fullest of your potential. Some people wait to hit rock bottom before these realizations start to happen, while other people just wake up feeling that pull and feeling that energy. For me, I felt like I had reached a rock bottom place before I started to make those changes in my life. So I started this journey. Many people, if you've been following me on my page for a while, because I was noticing that I was living in a state of constant fear, anxiety, and survival. I knew that in my relationship, I really struggled really hard to prove myself. When it came to my career, I played really, really small because I felt that if I went for something big, I would be rejected. So I had a lot of wounds, and I'll talk about a lot of these wounds throughout this channel. But a lot of people who can relate to me as a Nigerian and an immigrant, this channel is going to be really, really helpful for you, because you're going to understand how some of the generational patterns and some of the things that you went through are now contributing to, how you respond to people when they do you wrong, or how limited you feel with your growth in your career, or maybe even it's relationships that you notice that you keep repeating the same patterns. So my journey started with a hell of an awareness. My awareness period started when I was going through my broken engagement. And when I went through a broken engagement, this was like in 2022, I jumped into many relationships or situationships or whatever very quickly. I just believed that I was not the problem. Like, I just believed that it was everybody else's fault. I just took no accountability in a sense. I didn't really jump into therapy. That period was really, really dark for me. And in that process, when you're not in a place where you're healing, whenever you're healing, especially from a relationship, and you haven't dealt with those like rooted traumas that contributed to the downfall of the relationship, you will likely enter in something similar or worse. And in my case, I entered in something that was so bad that it probably led to me starting this spiritual journey or healing journey. And I wouldn't say this person was a narcissist. I would just say that I opened up myself to being taken advantage of because I hadn't healed previous wounds. And thank God for these things. Thank God for when people take advantage of us. Thank God for when people don't show up for us. Just thank God, because whenever these things happen, God uses it as an opportunity to propel us into understanding that you're not saying, God, why is this happening? You're going to say, God, how are you going to use this to glorify your name? Who is this for? And now I really see how my broken engagement and everything that's happened in my life that I felt I was being punished, I now see it was something that propelled me into this moment right now, and everything else that I have successfully done in the last couple of years, and all of the people that I have worked on or worked with, and all the people that God has, healed through me. And there's a long list of people. So I really believe that, like, my journey started because I was really looking for meaning. I was really looking for purpose, because I was looking for it by outsourcing my work to other people. I was looking for it by, expecting other people to give me the things that really I already had in God. Like, I already had these things in the love that God has for me. Like, the person that created me is the person that validates my worth, is the one that I go to tell me what I am worth. So when you're looking for that out into the world, into the universe, it's really, 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 really difficult for you to move with audacity, and move with with energy, and move with confidence, because you're not moving with God's power. You're moving with your power, or whatever it is that you think you have, and that's why you're stuck. So we're going to talk a lot about our nervous system and how shifting a nervous system will move you closer to that relationship with God. A lot of people are reading the Bible, but they're not feeling, understanding, God's love as they read the Bible. And there's a verse, Ezekiel 11:19, where God says that he will release us of this heart of stone and give us a heart of flesh. And I don't know, when I read that verse, I was like, oh my God, this is why a lot of immigrants or Africans who are reading the Bible, preaching, and some of them have not really, felt the love of God because they're so disassociated from their traumas. And when I say feeling the love of God, I'm not talking about when God comes through for you, when when you're looking for a job, or when God comes through for you in the darkest hour. Yes, you can feel the love of God that way too, but sometimes even though you feel that love, you're not treating people with that love. And I think that's why a lot of people will shy away from Christianity or organized religion, because people who are worshiping, sometimes they are worshiping God, but they can't feel nothing. How can you worship God when you can't feel? Like that was one of the things that I really saw, that like once I started thawing out my nervous system, once I wasn't frozen anymore, once my self-construct was not, based on, my car, was not based off of my career, I started to feel the love of God and understand his true essence for my life. And so what I want to say here is that EMDR and plant medicine and all of these things, like, they don't replace God. They were tools that God put in my life to bring me to this point. And I was convicted. As I'm making these videos, you're going to understand the conviction in my heart, because I'm going to upload this and post that I meditated 464 meditations in the past year. And I was meditating on the word. So I believe that I went through this moment where sometimes you're trying to do things, and if you're trying to do things without God, God is going to convict you. He's going to convict you in the craziest way. For me, like when I came back from this last ceremony, I literally could not sleep. When I would wake up, read the Bible. I would wake up, meditate. I was not understanding. I was being convicted in such a crazy way, because when I tell you, like, I meditate normally, right? And I've done this as a practice, and this is what this channel is going to be. I'm going to really come into helping you guys understand that through meditation, you can gain a lot of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about how to use the word, how to use God's own words to regulate your nervous system. And it is going to change some of your lives, especially, I feel like a lot of Christians who are trying to, like, really white knuckle spirituality, or trying to force themselves to do things that their body's causing so much resistance. I thought that, I was in a point too where, I really felt like I understood God's love. But this last ceremony, I really saw that, like, I had not fully surrendered. And again, making this video and making this channel is to show you guys that, like, I have to surrender. I have to give in. Like, and when I tell you that this has been on my mind, this has been on my heart, it's something that, like, I really am going to commit to. And when I say commit, like, I'm going to be dropping videos every single time I meditate, because I really feel like through my meditation, I develop devotion. I develop an awareness that many people already have who are Christians. You already have the awareness, but the acceptance is really hard. And so I'm going to really try to resource you guys with qualities. And by resourcing you with these qualities, it really helps you to become stronger in your faith. As I'm somebody that I'm also working on becoming stronger in my faith. This is not me saying that I know everything. This is not me saying that, like, I have all the answers. It's just to let you guys know that, like, this channel is really for people who want to be able to feel God's love. And whatever avenue that I took to get there, I don't think that you need to take that avenue to get there. There's a lot of emotional nervous system regulation work that we can do on this channel to get there. But ultimately, I think that that is the route that I'm going to be taking with this channel, helping you guys regulate your nervous system, and also understanding how God's love and understanding who your creator is, the person that brought you into this world. He knows your purpose. He knows what you're here for. And so if you just trust that, come into an alignment with that. If you're watching this, come into alignment with God's purpose for your life. You will live a life that is free and that is beautiful. And since I've kind of surrendered to this, I felt this level of this weight kind of just fall off of me. I had a lot of feelings of, like, my old ways and how I was before, and people are gonna think that, oh my gosh, just another Christian babe trying to pretend like she knows everything. But I really truly believe that, like, my whole journey has led me to this point. and I will continue to show up in the way and ask God to give me the strength to continue to show up for you guys in this way. Okay, so on the next episode, I'm going to talk, or on the next video, I'm going to talk about my specific ayahuasca journey and like what each ceremony taught me, and I'm going to break down what each ceremony taught me. So hope you guys stick around for the next episode.